Salt, one of the most essential and overused ingredient in our kitchens. But not all salts are created equal, and the social media health claims around them are often just wrong. So if you're also confused between iodized salt, pink salt, black salt, Sendha Namak, low sodium salt, this video is for you. In this video, we will break down each of these salts, what are they made of, health benefits, and then finally our verdict. But first, as always, let's start with understanding some basics here. What is salt really? At its core, salt is sodium chloride, NaCl, remember from your chemistry books, a compound that helps regulate fluid balance, nerve transmission, muscle function in the body. But too much of it, especially sodium, is a well-known risk factor for high blood pressure, stroke, and heart diseases. The WHO recommends limiting salt intake to less than 5 grams per day. That's roughly about 1 level teaspoon. That's right, just 1 teaspoon. But in India, we significantly overshoot our limit. The average Indian adult consumes about 10 to 12 grams of salt per day, more than double the recommended amount, and much of it actually comes from stuff you don't realize. Things like pickle, papad, snacks, processed food, namkeen, and even the restaurant meals. So while debates rage over which salt is the healthiest, the real issue is most Indians don't need to care so much about which salt, but how much. Having understood that, let's break down the different types of salt commonly found in our kitchens. Number 1, iodized salt. Now, this is the regular table salt. It's fortified with iodine. India still battles iodine deficiency. Remember, disorders like cognitive impairments, especially in children and pregnant women, all linked to the lack of iodine, so it's a must. It is also an essential in thyroid health. The pro tip here is you have to add it at the end of the cooking, because a lot of the iodine evaporates at higher temperatures, and even if you don't store it properly, then it will get oxidized and again evaporate. So use it at the end of your meal and also keep it in an airtight container. It's one of the best choices for everyday use. Then let's talk about pink salt. It's been marketed as a super salt with 84 minerals, but in reality, it's still about 98 to 99% sodium chloride, just like regular table salt. Yes, it has traces of minerals, like a little bit of iron, but these are present in such tiny amounts that they offer no real benefit advantage. The risk here is often these are non-iodized, and importantly, the quality varies widely. Its unregulated or cheaper variant may contain contaminants like heavy metals or even insoluble impurities. Bottom line on pink salt is that don't fall for this wellness fad. Pink salt may look pretty, even taste slightly different, but it's not healthier than your iodized salt. If you rely on it daily, you will be at the risk of missing out key micronutrients, like especially those who have thyroid needs. Next, let's look at black salt or Kala Namak. Now, this is a type of volcanic rock salt containing a sulfur compound. That's what gives the characteristic tangy, sort of eggy smell and taste. Composition, roughly the same sodium content as the table salt, often used in Ayurveda though, and believed to aid digestion. But the scientific backing on this is rather limited. The pungent flavor profile can help people use less overall salt in cooking, which is a good thing. But remember, Kala Namak is great to flavor and sort of punch in your chaat or your raita, but it cannot replace your table salt. Use it for taste, not for health. Next up is Sendha Namak or rock salt. Now, what is this? It's essentially crystallized salt, often used during religious fasts and in sattvic cooking as well, typically mined from earth and marked as pure and natural. But come on, claims of being alkaline, detoxifying for better digestion are not backed by modern science. Mostly sodium chloride, like other salts, but not significantly different, nutritionally speaking. Culturally, it is significant, it is even safe for occasional use during fasting, but don't replace your iodized salt with Sendha as your everyday option. Spiritual doesn't equal superior for health. And then there is low sodium salt, a blend of sodium chloride and potassium chloride, often recommended for people trying to manage high blood pressure. How, you ask? Because this potassium helps offset the sodium's impact on blood pressure. And most Indians don't get enough potassium in their diets. This salt is actually WHO recommended to lower the cardiovascular disease risk, especially in countries like India where salt intake is far than what is actually required. But remember, if you have kidney issues, if you have a heart issue, or if you have any potassium sparing medication that you're on, do not switch to this without asking your doctor. This is DYOR. Do your own research, ask your doctor. Excess potassium can be dangerous for you as well. Now, the bottom line on this is it has a slightly bitter or metallic aftertaste. Not for all people, some people find it more than the other, but it's a valuable salt substitute for people with hypertension, but only, like I said, if your doctor prescribes. Do not self-prescribe. So what are the salty takeaways from this? Sodium is sodium, whether it comes in pink, black or fancy artisanal salt. If you have high blood pressure or heart disease, the best thing you can do is cut down on the total salt intake. Iodine still matters, especially in a country like India where deficiency can be very common. For you, salt smart, not just salt fancy.